Hey guys, Pierre here from Into Fly Fishing and welcome to another fly tying tutorial. In today's video we're going to tie the popular San Juan worm, a very popular and effective nymph pattern that can be used on various fish species. The tools you need to tie the San Juan worm is a vise, a bobbin holder for your thread, whip finishing tool to finish the fly, a pair of scissors, and a bodkin to apply the Sally Hansen to the exposed thread. In the hook, I've got a modified Slidell Scud hook. This is a very strong hook made by a company called Mouche Fly Fishing here in South Africa. This is their model 8471 in a size 14. Any Scud hook in that sort of size would work. I tie these flies from a size 12 to about a size 18, depending on the species of fish that I'm fishing for. The weight of the fly will be added by a tungsten bead. You are more than welcome to tie these flies without any weight, especially when you're fishing still waters or very slow flowing water. But I generally want to get a fly down to the fish as quickly as possible, especially when river fishing. So that's why I use a tungsten bead. So right here I've got a 3.5mm countersunk tungsten bead in gold. So I'm just going to attach that or slide it on over the hook point with the small side of the bead going on first. I then place it back into the vise like so, and then I just secure the fly or secure the hook in the vise. Just make sure that it's secured properly like so. And then for thread, but I generally like to use red. Here I've got UTC 70 denier. So I slide the bead back and then just attach the thread behind the eye. This is one of the few flies where the bead is going to be in the middle, so I just wrap the thread back, creating a little thread base in the front there. Then I slide the bead about to halfway up the hook shank. Then what I do is I'm going to keep it right there and then pass the thread to the back of the bead like so. That's about what you want. You can slide it down a little bit more back. That's about the position. Then I just do some wraps on this side and I build a thread dam to keep the bead in place. I then do some cross wraps. So I go to the front and build a little dam there. I move to the back and build a little dam there. Just go forward and backward. So this bead will be kept in place by the thread. So you'll notice that there is a little bit of thread that's moving over the bead. That's fine. I try and keep it on the top of the hook because the chenille that's coming over the top will protect it. As well, we'll seal the whole fly, or the thread at least, with some Sally Hansen's hard as nails. I then open the thread, which is a good habit to have, and then wrap it all the way back to the back of the hook. That's about the tying in point for the chenille. So talking about the chenille, this is now the point that we'll tie it in. So I cut off about a 3 to 4 inch section depending on the size of the fly. Right here I've got red vineyard micro chenille, and with about an inch facing backward, hold it in place and I tie it in with my thread where the thread base stopped. It's okay if you leave a little bit thread exposed behind it. I don't think the fish really see it, but it's obviously neater if you don't do that. Okay, I then pick the front section up and I just do a couple of wraps in front, and then I wrap the thread to just behind the bead. Now what I do is I place the chenille right on top of the hook shank and I keep it in place with my non-tying hands, thumb and middle finger. Now I just secure it in place with thread. Just do 2 or 3 wraps like that, and now pass the thread over again to in front of the bead. Now I just wrap it over, keep it in place, so. And I secure it with about 3 wraps again. Then pick the front section up and wrap my thread forward. Now the last securing spot would be right behind the eye, like that. Before cutting it off, cutting the thread off or whip finishing, I just pull the chenille back and I create a little head right behind the eye of the hook. This allows the chenille to stand up a little bit more, but it also secures it. Now you take your whip finishing tool and just do a quick whip finish, lock it in place, and then remove the thread. Right, so you should have about 1 inch of chenille facing forward and 1 inch facing backward. So before we finish the chenille itself off, I'm just going to take a couple of drops of hard as nails on a bodkin and just come in and seal the thread, especially at the bottom. Right there. Now take the fly out of the vise, and what we need to do is burn these edges of the chenille, the front side and obviously the back side. So if you don't do that, what will happen is your chenille tends to fray out. So what I do now is I just hold it in place and just bring a lighter or a flame or whatever, a candle, just bring it in. Let me just bring that a little bit closer for you. Bring it in and just burn it just like that. Also turn the fly around, just to the back side. Just do the same there. There you have the completed San Juan worm. I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Please like it and subscribe to our channel if you want to be informed of any new fly tying videos that we release. Until we see each other next time, cheers.
This fly tying tutorial is brought to you by Vixen. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and check the links in the video description for our full review of their new fly fishing waist pack that's made of high quality light mesh fabric and a premium ripstop breathable nylon shell, which makes it lightweight, comfortable, and extremely durable.